Whew, it's a big one. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Downs with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to take a look ahead to Sunday's big NFC East matchup as you have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders as we line back up with our old quarterback against our old quarterback Carson Wentz. Before we get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. First a look ahead to our opponent, man. The Washington Commanders, quarterback. We all know him, we're familiar with him, Carson Wentz. Look, that was my guy. When he was in Philly, that was my guy. Bought his jersey, MVP year was gonna be without the ACL injury. And then after that, hitting LA, had moments, had great moments, won a division one time, but got hurt in the playoff game, and it just never was the same for him again, in Philly. So, had a not a great year. It ended last year. It ended really bad. And he's off in Washington trying to revive his career, yo. We know that he's very talented. We know that he has a big arm. We know that he could get streaky. When he get hot, he could get as good as all as and rest of them. But we do know at times he can throw it up for grabs, and for us, that's what we're hoping to see on Sunday. Offensive line, they lost a couple of people, but nevertheless, they a decent group. The backfield, they had the unfortunate situation with the rookie from Alabama, Robinson, but Antonio Gibson, who's been their running back the last few years, has stepped up early on this season to fill that role. Logan Thomas, very athletic tight end, former quarterback. His biggest thing is staying healthy. When he's healthy, he could be a really, really good, solid tight end. And they got a very nice young wide receiver core, led by Terry McLaurin, who just got a big payday. Curtis Samuel, who's battled some injuries over the years, and the rookie Jahan Dotson, who has been a breath of fresh air for the Commanders the first couple of games, with touchdowns in both games. Got 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Defensively, I think they will still be missing Chase Young on Sunday as he's going through coming off of a big injury. But they got guys like Jonathan Allen up there, wreaking havoc. And they got a linebacking core and a secondary that don't really have a lot of familiar names on it, but they at times they could play really well, yo. And they had Coach Ron Rivera, who I got a lot of respect for, led the Carolina Panthers to a Super Bowl appearance. Just one of the better head coaches in the league, you ask me. Week 1 they knocked off the Jacksonville Jaguars, but last week they ran into them. I told people, man, the Detroit Lions gonna be better than people think, man. As the Eagles was lucky to escape Motown with a win, but the Commanders fell short, fell behind really big in that game, then came back, made it very respectable. But they coming in at 1-1. Then you got us, man. We coming in, the Eagles coming in at 2-0. Jalen Hurts with a great start to the season, second in the NFL when you combine passing yards and rushing yards, only behind Tua. It's week 3, but in the first 2 games, he's been probably the 3rd best quarterback, in all of football in the first 2 games, probably only behind Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Incredible game Monday night against the Vikings. Standing in the pocket, making good, precise throws, running efficiently. Just doing a good job early this season leading the offense. The offensive line is stout. Another great performance Monday night, led by veterans like Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson, to go along with the youngsters Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, and Seumalo, who has kind of been there a little while now. Running backs, man. Miles Sanders has been healthy and looking good early this season. Boston Scott always is a threat when he comes into the game and game well as well, especially catching the ball out the backfield. Dallas Goedert, first couple of games has been a very solid tight end. I feel like talent wise could be a top 5 tight end in this league. And the receiving core, the best receiving core we've had in a while. A.J. Brown dominated week 1 against Detroit. Devontae Smith had a really solid game against the Minnesota Vikings. And Quez Watkins, caught the big bomb to give us the 14-0 lead. And Zach Pascal, a guy who's very familiar with the offense, a veteran, is a solid number 4 wide receiver. And on the defensive end, the D-line, still would like to see the D-line get more pressure. That's my biggest gripe so far, is the D-line ain't getting consistent pressure on the quarterback. But, linebacker play has been amazing, with Kazir White, TJ Edwards, who's been so great that Nakobe Dean can't even get on the field. TJ Edwards have been that good. And obviously in the secondary, led by NFC Defensive Player of the Week, big play Darius Slay, with a great job, basically putting the clamps on Justin Jefferson. James Bradbury, very solid number 2. Avonte Maddox in the slot, got the pick Monday night. And the young safeties, not the greatest safety tandem, but they growing each and every week in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Marcus Epps. Looking at this matchup, man, we got to go on the road. Look, hopefully, but before we go over there, hopefully Washington fix their stands, because last year, remember the old bleachers darn near fell on my quarterback. So hopefully they got that little situation taken care of, by the way. But it's a tough place for us to play, regardless of what our record is, what their record is. Going over there to DC is not easy. It's a division game. Both teams very, very familiar with each other. It's going to take a good effort for us to win. And when you look at our defense going up against our offense, is we gotta cover their wide receiver. They got a very talented receiving core. When you talk about their 3 wide receivers and their tight end, we got to do a good job of disrupt. We got to do a better job of getting pressure with our front, with our D-line. Our D-line going to have to start doing a better job of getting pressure on the quarterback to where we don't have to blitz as much, and we could force Carson Wentz into making a good decision throwing the ball down the field instead of giving him easy reads. And then when you look at the other side of the ball, the Eagles offense against Washington defense, look, the Eagles should be able to protect Jalen Hurts, man. Washington does have a very good pass rush, but I do feel like the Eagles receivers could feast on their secondary if Jalen Hurts has time to throw and he throws an accurate ball. So key for the Eagles is get pressure with the D-line on Carson Wentz, force him to throw in the tight windows and make decisions. And, and offensively protect Jalen Hurts. And I feel like, the Eagles could have another good day. Though this is going to be a very tough game, I am nervous with the fact that we won such an emotional game Monday night with the nation watching, everybody patting us on the back. Washington coming in off of a loss, they're going to be hungry. This is a perfect situation of a trap game / letdown. So coaching staff got to get our players ready to play so we could go out there and perform well on Sunday. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.